Thank you for watching in advance. It is greatly appreciated. In case you haven't already seen my intro video, my name is Ligia V, or you can call me LV, whichever one works for you. Please do watch my intro video. That way you can get to know me just a tad before we work together. This particular video is about my asynchronous tutoring services. These are not very common in Wyzant, or at least to as far as my knowledge goes. Cool, but of course, regardless, every tutor has their own different policies regarding asynchronous tutoring, so here are mine. Here goes. So why choose asynchronous tutoring in the first place? First and foremost, because it is quite flexible. And I understand that life happens. Sometimes people are unable to meet in person or through Zoom. Schedules can be tight like that. So asynchronous tutoring provides that extra flexibility without the meetups. And because of that, it is very fast and efficient. Say, for example, a student would like to work with me regarding an essay and feedback on it. It may take us a few hours to sit down together and then, of course, to arrange those meetups. However, with asynchronous tutoring, that is not necessary, and it will also allow me to take a look at your work in less time. So especially for people that have very quick writing needs, yes, these are quite handy to say the least. How exactly does it work, Ligia, you may ask? So this is how it goes. I will try to explain to the best of my ability, and of course I also include a summary at the very end of this video in case you missed anything. So first and foremost, message me to request asynchronous tutoring, or in case I have messaged you and I think that perhaps your assignment could benefit from my asynchronous services, I will propose them as well. But nonetheless, please, students, reach out to me and request for these services. With that in mind, please include the assignment, if applicable, along with the deadline in which you'd like the feedback to be completed. Very firm note for my dear students that may be procrastinators. If it's an assignment that has a firm deadline, please request my feedback to be ready at least 48 hours or 2 days before the deadline. That way, in case you have any questions or I have any questions for you about the assignment, we are then able to communicate a tad more before the deadline, and therefore we're not running around like headless chickens, as the saying goes. Next up, please specify your assignment. Is it feedback on an essay or a cover letter or anything written? Or would you like me to provide proofreading and ground edits for you? I can do either of these. Regarding the latter, please know that this involves copyright and plagiarism rules. So in essence, for me to help you not have to get a lawyer and sort up all those legal issues, I reserve the right to charge a little extra, at least $5 more if you'd like me to do the work for you. This extra fee is an agreement essentially that sells my work to you. That way you can claim the full ownership of that work, and that way you don't have to put my name alongside yours when you turn in your assignment. So please do yourself a favor, do me a favor too, and please respect this policy. Thank you very much. Regarding regular asynchronous tutoring, say a student wants regular feedback for their assignment without the Zoom video or the online Wyzant tool meeting, I will then send you my tutoring email via Wyzant messages, and you'll then share your work with me via Google Docs. Please enable me to edit or comment your work, because if you enable me to just view your work, unfortunately, I won't be able to do much more than that. Cool. Also, to respect my privacy, please do not share this email with other people outside of Wyzant. If they'd like to work with me, please refer them to join Wyzant, and then mention me by name, Ligia V, and then we'll communicate via Wyzant messages and then work out the rest of the details. So please respect my privacy. I, of course, respect the privacy of all my students, and it is greatly appreciated. Cool. So once all those things are arranged, I will then schedule a lesson on Wyzant's calendar to indicate roughly the time when I plan to take a look and provide feedback or provide any of these other alternate services for your assignment. Please note that Wyzant will have this as if it is an online meeting, but again, between the student and myself, it is not going to be a meeting. Please do not fret about the times. Those are just roughly the times that I am looking at your work. Cool. And as I provide feedback or edit your work, I will roughly time how long it takes for me to start and finish those polishings, and then implement it on the lesson report. Cool. And also, very special note, I'm not very sure that students can see this, but tutors, when we implement our feedback or our forms into Wyzant system, we are only given the option to implement times that are divisible by 5. So say 05, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. Right? Because of that, I will either round up or round down those extra minutes depending on the clarity of the student's work. So as an example, say it takes me 43 minutes to look over a student's essay, all right? If the essay was pretty clear and it was Very nicely done. So, as far as clarity goes, I will submit the lesson time as 40 minutes. However, if the essay was confusing or perhaps could use some more development in certain areas, I will submit the lesson time as 45 minutes. All right. And of course, in the comment section of the lesson report, I may encourage students to either implement my feedback or perhaps in special cases to reach out to me. That way, we can potentially make a meetup time to discuss these either online or in person. That way, we can focus on those particular sections that could use more attention and development. Hence the 48-hour window. So please do respect that. Cool. And then, of course, after all is said and done, I'll let you know when I finished and I'll then submit the lesson so that way you can apply my feedback to the best of your ability. Cool. So, in summary, how do my asynchronous tutoring services work? First and foremost, message me to request asynchronous tutoring. That way, we are both on the same page. Then, specify your assignments. I'll again likely ask questions regarding the background context, such as do you have a prompt, a rubric, and a criteria, any commentary from your professor, any concerns that you may have, and so on and so forth. Then, share your work with me via Google Docs using the email that I'll provide you through Wyzant messages. I'll then take a look at your work and time roughly how long it takes for me to perform the requested service, and then when all is said and done, I will let you know when I am finished and submit the lesson so you can apply my feedback. So, essentially, that is how my asynchronous tutoring services work. If you have any questions, please do reach out to me through Wyzant messages. And if you think that you and I are a good fit for any other services, please contact me via wyzant.com/tutor/Ligia Escritura. Escritura is writing in Spanish. And again, please know that I am ever grateful for the time that you have taken to watch this video and to consider me to work with you and your students. Please know that I wish you an awesome day and I'm ever grateful for this opportunity. So, when all is said and done, I wish you adieu. Bye bye.